Hey guys, it's the Nitro Noob here. Sorry I haven't been posting anything. I've been a little out of it ever since the surgery and my injury, but I wanted to go ahead and post a video for those people on the fence about wanting to buy a nitro or an electric vehicle. Now, right here, I just recently purchased this Tmaxx. And the reason that I did that was because, one, I've always wanted to see the reliability of a traxxas. I used to have a JATO back in the day that I let my girlfriend drive, ex-girlfriend from a long time ago drive, and she totally smashed it into a curb, and I never really got to experience that because I wasn't as mechanically inclined in middle and high school as I am now. And now that I am, I really wish I would have kept it. I also had a Savage, an old Savage 2.5 that I wish I would have kept. That would have been cool, but I decided to go ahead and get myself a monster truck and a traxxas at that for a couple of reasons. One, this is by far one of the most classic vehicles on the nitro RC market. I really don't think, other than the other literally all the other traxxas vehicles, I really don't think there's too many other vehicles out there that you can honestly say is a true classic, and this is one of them. All of the advancements here on the 3.3 are really well worth the extra couple of bucks that you're going to spend versus the Tmaxx Classic. I decided to go with a Tmaxx for a couple of reasons. For one, I've been wanting to get a monster truck because I can't really go to the track right now to flip my car over by myself. It's hard for me to walk, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to put this out there. So if you're on the fence between buying a nitro vehicle and buying an electric vehicle, know this. Although electric is a little bit faster, although it's a little bit easier to deal with, it's not going to be as fulfilling as knowing that you tuned this engine, that you were the one who took care of it, and that you're the one that pretty much deals with this thing most of the time and keeps it running in good condition. It really shows the good people out there who still believe in the hobby, that care about these nitro vehicles. And it's not to say that the electric cars are bad by any means, because they're not. I had a couple electric cars and they just bore the hell out of me. I bought one and I drove it for a little bit. I had what was it? It was the Team Associated T4.2, I believe, back when that was a real thing, and I don't know if it's still around, but I had that and I raced it at I think it was called SoCal Raceway or something like that, and it was fun. Definitely, I placed third for my first race ever, and that was really cool. That was back when I was a teenager, but it was just boring and it didn't have the soul that nitro vehicles have. So if you're on the fence about getting into the hobby, I would say you should go nitro. There are a lot of people online that are going to help you, and a lot of people that have helped me, even with just this truck in particular, that make it really cool. So a couple of things that this truck comes with versus the Tmaxx Classic is this: you're going to get a little bit longer of a chassis. Chassis is going to be a little bit longer. I don't know by how much, but I do know that it is longer. You're also going to get a thicker chassis. And I don't know if you can see that, but that's 5 millimeters thick. So it's a pretty thick chassis. You're definitely not going to bend that chassis. If you bend that chassis, then this whole truck is done for. You definitely did a number on it, because underneath the truck, you're going to have this support as well. And this is going to take the most of the force. If you do crash, underneath here is going to take the majority of the force. So it's pretty cool. Now, this truck is a 2-speed, does not have the reverse, which is fine for me. I don't really care about reverse. I haven't had it on any of my vehicles, so I really don't care. I've been reading a lot of reviews that say that the front bulkheads are weak and that they're probably going to break, so I'm going to find out. Tomorrow I'm actually going to go ahead and take it to a local track, and my old lady's going to go with me. Hopefully I feel good enough for that, but we'll see what happens. This truck also comes with plastic drivetrain. So if you can see in there, I don't know if you can see, but it is plastic axles on both sides. It's the axles that go to the wheels. It's the axles that run to the center diff. It's the axles everywhere. they're all plastic. And so far, I have not had an issue with them, but this truck is basically brand new. I have about 12 tanks through it so far. I keep it pretty clean. I always clean it after I run it, so it stays in pretty good condition. I haven't run it too much in the dirt yet, so that's probably also another reason why it's cleaned. Another good reason to get this and spend the extra couple of bucks over the Classic is that you're going to already get the tune pipe. And this tune pipe's already worth like 40, 50 bucks. I haven't checked the price, but I'm sure that's probably what they run, if not more. So, you know, if you're going to go ahead and buy that, at that point, you're going to spend the 400 bucks, then you're going to spend the 60 bucks to go ahead and get the tune pipe to put it on your truck. And you're only going to be putting it on a 2.5. This comes with the 3.3. You're just going to be basically doing yourself a disservice. So I just would stick with the 3.3. I wouldn't worry too much about the 2.5s. I did have an issue with the little throttle thing down there, the little slide on the carburetor, but that was resolved pretty quickly through Traxxas tech support. They really helped me out a lot and got me to set it up right. It was just a little misaligned from the factory, but no big deal. It comes with a wheelie bar. The wheelie bar comes off by pretty easily, so whatever you do, don't pick it up from the wheelie bar because the truck will fall, hit the ground. It is not good. Don't do that. I've already done it. Just don't try to hold it like this. Whatever you do, don't pick it up by the full weight of the truck from the wheelie bar. The wheelie bar will come off. It doesn't come off very easily when you're driving it, but if you do that, it will. As far as another reason as to why you're going to want to pick up a truck like this and not a Revo, and you can pick up the Revo. The Revo's still good. They're all good RC cars, but this one in particular is good because the amount of years that this vehicle has been out, the aftermarket parts support is still there. RPM still has arms in stock for these cars that are lifetime warranty that guarantee you're not going to break those, so that's pretty cool. I haven't done anything yet to it. I haven't noticed anything weird to it yet. I'm sure that there's going to be a couple of wear items that go out prematurely because it is Traxxas, but at the same time, I mean, who am I to say? I haven't had a Traxxas vehicle in forever, and I never remembered having a problem with my JATO, so it always started up and ran perfectly fine every time I drove it, and I didn't even know how to tune it back then. So Traxxas really does a lot for you. As far as why you would want something like this over the Revo, I would say that it's because of A, the part support, which is going to get you really far, and B, because it's a true monster truck. This is a true monster truck, whereas the Revo is more of a truggy. And I have a truggy, so I didn't want to get another truggy style vehicle. I really wanted something that was meant to fly. And although the Revo will, I just have greater, I have a greater belief that this truck is going to do a little bit better than the Revo. So far what I've noticed is that the AA batteries, just putting in the AA batteries, I thought I was going to go ahead and have to get a, this is where your batteries are going to go. And I thought I was going to have to go and get a receiver pack, yada, 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 to go ahead and run this truck because, oh no, the batteries aren't going to have enough power, this, and that. No, that is not the case. You do not need to upgrade anything until it breaks. And the reason I say that is because just the AA batteries alone in this truck are going to steer this truck fast enough, and this truck already can't handle that steering speed. So there's no real reason for you to go and update and upgrade it because you have to get another switch here, and then it takes away from the ease of accessibility when it comes to nitro. The other reason I wanted to buy this truck was because I wanted something to bring with me. If I ever went to somebody's house or I ever went to a park or anything like that, or I just go out with friends, some people are just really boring to hang out with and they just lose whatever it is they're talking about. It makes no sense. They just suck. So I wanted something fun to do. And if you go ahead and you get the rechargeable battery, then you're going to have to make sure that your battery is always charged. But because Traxxas gives you the AA batteries, you can just stop by a liquor store, grab some batteries, throw them in here, and you're good to go. You don't really need to bring a lot of tools with you. You can bring the Dynamite hex driver, which is a single driver that comes with about 6 or 7 heads to it. And it has every single, I haven't had to change it out. It has every single size for an RC vehicle. I've not run into a size that is bigger than what the Dynamite multi-screwdriver Allen thing is. I'll have to find it and show it to you. But so far, everything has been working perfectly. The brakes are solid. There's the brakes right there. The brakes are solid. They stop the truck quickly. They lock the wheels up. If your front wheels get too much traction, keep in mind, this is all off of stock servos. This is all off of AA batteries. This truck will do a front flip if it grabs enough traction and you lock those brakes up. It will front flip. Like I said, it turns way too fast already, so you don't need to worry too much about that. The only thing, this is literally the only thing I did not like about this truck. All right, I guess there's two things. One, plastic spur gear, but you're gonna get that everywhere. You're gonna get it everywhere you go. Even my Savage from back in the day, I remember I had stripped out spur gears and had to switch over to the metal ones, but I haven't stripped that one out yet, so we'll see what happens. I'll just keep an eye on my my engine and make sure it doesn't move. The only other thing I don't like about this truck is these little wheel nuts and these little wheels. I specifically remember my Savage breaking through the wheel right here, and the wheel came off completely. I don't like these little 10 mil nuts on it. They do make a kit. I do have the kit to convert it from a 14 millimeter hex to a 17 millimeter hex, so I can run other monster truck wheels or truggy wheels. If I want to take it to the track, I can run some of my truggy wheels, some Pro Lines or something like that, if I really want to get down and dirty with the truck. I really want to see how well this truck performs against a full race truck. I have a Techno truggy, and I built that. Haven't even run it yet because I haven't been to the track. I don't want to knock the new off of it without taking it to the track, so I just kind of left it sit for a little while. But the run time on this truck is awesome. You're going to get about 10 to 15 minutes depending on how you're tuned. I use low-C nitrotane, 30%. I don't know what the oil content is, and I use ProTech hot long body glow plugs. They work great. Definitely gives the truck a little bit more low-end pep, just so I have more crisp throttle response. So I'll keep you guys in the loop about how this goes tomorrow. I'll probably get some videos of it running, and maybe I can do some editing on it and try to do this whole YouTube thing. But yeah, if you're thinking about getting into the RC hobby, unless you're just dead set on it, don't get an electric vehicle, and definitely stick with the nitro aspect of it unless you're just unable to do it. If you're unable to do it, that's totally fine. I mean, obviously do whatever you want to do, but you're going to miss out on a lot of things. One, you're going to miss out on the sound. The sound of this truck is awesome. It screams. You can hear it shift. It's awesome. It's a 2-speed, so it just shifts. The other thing you're going to miss is the smell of nitro. It smells so good. It's like a sweet 2-stroke smell. I'm sure it's really cancerous, but who cares? Most people are cancerous anyways, so the 3.3, you get a lot of good stuff. I wouldn't let this truck pass you up. If they got a sale on these trucks, you should definitely pick one up. The aftermarket support is there, and I've seen plenty of videos of these trucks being sent well over 20 feet into the air and coming down and still surviving and continuing on running. So I'll let you guys know how this goes. Hopefully you guys like the video. Sorry I'm not that great at this, but I am trying. I'm just kind of coming back from surgery, so as soon as I am back up and running, I'll be getting some better videos and some better video equipment. But for now, yeah, if you want a nitro, get a nitro. If you want an RC car, look into nitro. Talk to some of your friends who have nitro. You can definitely message this guy Hybrid. He's on here. Talks all the time about nitro stuff and the nitro gang and all that stuff. He responds. He's really good. He helped me out. He helped me out once already. He's really helpful with that. So yeah, this is the Tmaxx. This is what you're gonna get. I washed it. I gave it a little bath today because the pipe, you know, I don't know why these traxxas like to run so rich, but they do like a really rich bottom end, and just gets all the gunk in here. So I just kind of spray it with some degreaser and then wash it off with the hose. Be real careful right in here. Just be real careful. I just spray the inside here real light, and then I use an air compressor to blow it dry. You're going to get tons of gunk on these arms, and you're going to get tons of gunk over here in this wheel, so don't even worry about that. Yeah, overall, I'm really satisfied with this truck. I'm really happy that I got this, and I hope it lasts a long time. I'll let you guys know what happens.